Hey guys, welcome back to another Epic 7 video. Today we'll be making a new player progression guide for new and returning heirs. Please like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm. So as you can see on my screen, new heirs have this new section in the Orbis guide called the Path of Heir. And they also have, well actually all players have this journey of succession, but I'll go over this afterwards. But Path of Heir is like the most important thing to complete first. So as you can see, there's many levels to this, and each section has, or each path has like a bunch of initial rewards, which can include like gold, stigma, leaves, flags, and just material to help you progress. And then the group clear reward is where the really good rewards are. So you can see, like, for example, for Path of Heir 45, you get a 5-star knight, a 5-star knight RD, and a Potion of Ascension, which is really helpful. And like, you can get free Covenant summons, Galaxy bookmarks, mana stones, upgraded gear, gold, more 5-star summons, galaxies, gear again. Like this was not available for older players, but for newer players, this is an amazing way to catch up. And it basically tells you what you should be doing at that stage of the game or the stage of your account, right? Like, they'll tell you that you need to do the main story, play Labyrinth, do some farming, arena. It's just basically the stuff you would do on a daily basis, but you just get a bunch of free rewards along with it. And I think at the end you do get an ML5, if I can check it. Oh, sorry, here, right? Like, you get a random ML5, you get a bottle, slate, you get summons. It's just a lot of like currencies that you should definitely be grinding out to get. This is like basically how you should progress your account, or at least like the baby steps first. And next up, we also have the Journeys of Succession, which normally there would be another one here for the Wyvern Hunt, but I already cleared it, so it's gone. But basically, this is just the same thing as Path of Air, but specifically for hunts, Rift, and Hollow Trials. And you just have to do specific missions within here, and you're going to get a bunch of crafting materials and like energy from leaves, and just materials in general to help progress your account. So each one has a few levels, and once you finish one, you can go back and reselect a different hunt. The same thing with Rift, right? I mean, you just have to do a bunch of Rift, reach certain levels, acquire points, and then you just get a bunch of rewards. And the same thing with Hall Trial. Whenever Hall Trial comes through the 3-week rotation, just try your best and get higher grades on it and complete this. And yeah, you'll be getting currency for that too to help you buy a ML5E. Now, I would say E7 is a gear game more than it is like a character game. Of course, the characters are obviously important, but the true end game of Epic 7 is to get the gear. Gear is what's going to help you progress any sort of content, whether it be PvE, PvP, arena, guild war, RTA. You need the character, but you also need the proper gear for that character for it to work. So what I would suggest for new players and returning players is to figure out what characters you have on your account right now. What are some easy characters you can get? Some perfect examples of great characters to get as a new player are like Fene. She's like the #1 PvE character. Like, she works in so many expeditions. She works in Hall of Trials. She works in Abyss. She pretty much can clear a lot of the content as a primary damage dealer and as sort of a sustain since she heals. You get Tamarin and Breed for free, and those are like the king and queens of PvE as well. So just right there, you have 3 slots on your team filled with like the 3 best PvE characters, and your 4th slot can be a flex, whether you need more like another tank, or if you need a healer, a buffer, any sort of, or even just another damage dealer. You can run like Brig, Tamarin, Fene plus another damage dealer, right? Or someone that can like dual attack with Fene, for example. That will help you clear a lot of content. Priority is for sure always clear as much of the main story as you can, and then if you're unable to clear the main story, then maybe you need some better gear or something. And once you need gear, then you would do hunt if you are not able to do the current Rift, because sometimes Rift requires like specific characters. But if you are able to do Rift is amazing. I think it's actually better than hunts, since you can choose 4 sets of gear that you want to farm, because hunts usually have like 1 or 2 good sets and then 1 or 2 bad sets in that specific hunt. But Rift, you can choose the 4 best sets for your account and you just farm only those sets, so you don't really get any like bad sets per se. So Rift is also a really good way to progress your account. You can get into gear enhancing, getting proper gear for your characters, and that will help you clear any content, right? Like PB doesn't require like insane gear, so you should be able to get by with the free gear that you get from the Path of Air. But in case you want to branch out further after you completed most of PvE, like start getting into PvP like Arena, Guild War, RTA, then you're gonna have to start farming hunts and Rift, and even Otherworldly Breach, which is like one of the newer game modes that came out. Those have a chance of dropping Otherworldly gear, which is like epic gear, but they can only mid to high roll, which pretty much guarantees you have like a decent gear score piece, which is also really good. And on top of that, with the new systems from Milestone of Radiance and such coming out with the new Astrum currency and the Cosmo currency, you can ensure that like your Otherworldly, you can upgrade an epic gear to Otherworldly and then use another currency to make it not roll a specific substat, giving you an even better chance at getting like the perfect gear for your character. So putting all that together, Abyss is also one of the most important things to clear, as it's just a lot of one-time rewards, and with Fene you can clear most of the Abyss pretty easily compared to back then. So there are a lot of goodies there for you to collect. One thing I also want to talk about is this seasonal content that is newly introduced. This is also a very good way to get a bunch of resources. So this rotation has Trial Constellations, Autopatantara, and Advent. This Trial Constellations gives you a bunch of like predetermined gear, and you don't have to clear Perdition level, as Nightmare will give you the same. If you have trouble clearing Nightmare, then just do the levels before it until you're strong enough to do Nightmare. Perdition just gives you bonus currency, which is not really required. It's just bonus currency, right? You can get up these gears that are pretty good usually, and I mean it'll definitely be useful for new players. Like each boss gives you a different set of gear, and then you also get currency from that to buy other things such as gear, charms, etc. Molagora if you need it. This rotation also has Automaton Tire, which also gives you a lot of resources. So they've revamped this to give you a bunch more resources. So this is definitely also a high priority to do to help you progress. And lastly, this rotation has Advent. This is might be a little bit harder for newer players or returning players. But I'm sure everybody can at least clear Hell. Like you might not be able to touch Epic Hell, which is fine. You can still get almost all the rewards just by doing Hell and by using the exchange shop. So I definitely would recommend doing this as well. And yeah, thanks for watching.